Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We're starting our front page review with The Nation. Major headline: experts list merits of crude sale to refineries in naira. In other news, North leaders in final push to end banditry, terrorism. Yakubu: after 110 years, Nigeria is indivisible, ethnic groups interwoven. Report 6 PIA amendments to halt falling government revenue. Husband stabs new wife to death in Lagos. How stabilization bill before National Assembly will affect taxation. And you can miss the story, celebrating teachers. From the left, Minister of Budget and National Planning, Atiku Baguda, and Minister for State for Education, the federal government of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, as well as some dignitaries acknowledging the Teachers Day, celebrating teachers. That was on Saturday. It was a beautiful time to celebrate all the teachers, all of us teachers.
I didn't even know. I was getting text messages, people talking about my coaching, my impact, and all of that. I didn't know why they were celebrating. Oh, wow.
It's Teachers Day. All right, so what story are we starting with?
I have the husband and wife story, this newlywed, very painful one. A 30-year-old man, Motunrayo Olaniyi, stabbed his newly wedded wife, Olajumoke Olaniyi, to death. And according to the spokesperson for the Lagos State Police Command, Benjamin Day, he confirmed the story. He said that it happened at 1 p.m. in the Amazing Grace Estate in Elepe in Ikorodu. When they got the distress call, they got there, they saw the wife stabbed and the house on fire. When they put out the fire in the one room, they found she had stab wounds on her tummy, abdominal area, and he had just minor stab wounds, and then the house was burning. And so they suspect that he locked her in the room and set it ablaze after he had inflicted those injuries and murdered her, and then inflicted minor injuries on himself, maybe suspectedly as a cover-up. But he's been rescued, taken to hospital, treated, and now in police custody. And so investigations will reveal, reasons and circumstances better and clarify things better.
What happened? That's so painful.
Terrible.
So I have the major headline. So experts are saying that the sale of crude in naira to refineries will have positive impacts across key economic sectors. According to them, they said the action will usher in a new era of stability and growth, which was following the Federal Executive Council approval. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edun, at the weekend confirmed the commencement of the Naira for Crude, Naira for Products transaction arrangements. And the Nigerian National Petroleum Company, NNPCL, is now selling crude to local refineries in Naira, and they are using Dangote Petroleum Refinery as the pilot. So this is really great news. So economic and finance experts were happy about this, say it's starting as at yesterday, and this will have positive impact on the economy. Also on our foreign exchange, which is Forex, and also position our currency value, energy security, and inclusive development of several sectors of the economy. So what they are saying that this is a very good policy. It will have several multiplier effects across the sector. One of the issues they've always had is the fact that marketers constantly seek Forex. They are always looking for Forex to be able to buy this product, and they buy it at that international price. By the time they are converting to sell to Nigerians, the end product, we see how it's increasing. But if we're able to give out our crude in Naira and they are able to purchase it, they take out the Forex that they are looking for. That will also help our own Forex industry so that the burden is not so much on it. And then also reduce the pricing. Hopefully when they cut out all those importation, transportation and all of that, we'll see it come down. Yes, we'll see it come down.
All right. Yeah, so with all that's been going on in some of the northern states, insecurity and banditry has made some of the northern states to be a no-go area. With that in sight, the North has taken a bold step to galvanize its people in a major attempt to end banditry and terrorism. Leaders of the region that has remained in the throes of insecurity since 2009 under the aegis of the Arewa Consultative Forum have raised 2 panels to make recommendations that will finally put a final stop and seal on insecurity. I hope that works. The panel has been given till mid-November to come up with proposals which will be reviewed by the ACF, and then the recommendations will now be collaborated with the head of states of the northern states, the governors of the northern states, and the federal government to ensure that these recommendations are actually implemented. And to head the panel are two people. One is a tested technocrat and a consummate former military officer. The former head of service of the Federation, Alhaji Ahmed, is the head of the Unity, Peace and Reconciliation Committee, and also a former chief of army staff and one-time defense minister, General Abdulrahman Dambazwa, who heads the Committee on Security. So hopefully with this, by mid-November, we'll know what recommendations that they put in place, we'll know what reviews that are done, and then we really hope that this really ends insecurity this time around, yes.
Fantastic. So I'm taking a story also from the north from eminent professor of history, Mahmood Yakubu, who was also the INEC chairman. He was speaking at the Arewa House Department of History in Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Kaduna, and he was addressing the marking of 110 years after amalgamation. Amalgamation took place in 1914, and this is 2024, and it's been 112 years. And in his speech, he said he has gotten over the fact that people are still talking about how Nigeria is not Nigeria, we are not united. Nigeria is not going to divide, that Nigeria is indivisible. After 110 years, that Nigeria has come to stay. The ethnic groups are so interwoven, intermarriage has taken place that most countries that we're seeing today are created through different consensus. And so this has happened. It's been 110 years. We should move forward instead of complaining about division and focus on how to remain united and maximize our strength. And I totally support it as someone who is also intermarried across ethnic groups. We'll move on now. We'll take a quick break. When we return, we'll continue with Front Page Review. Stay with us. Be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.